This is the Schmo with the former UFC lightweight champion Anthony Showtime Pettis. 31 professional wins, going for 32. Like Magic Johnson, Showtime Lakers, he wore 32. Coincidence? I think not. UFC 246, how we doing?
I'm feeling amazing, man. I feel so great. Came in 6 pounds overweight fight week, so spirits are high.
You're fighting a guy who's coming out of Fortis MMA, 5-fight winning streak. What are you going to do to slow him down?
Man, I just feel like my experience and just my ability to go out there and be me. He's never felt that before. Yeah, he is talented. 5-fight win streak, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Got some big wins against some tough guys, some Russian guys. But he's never fought no one like me. He's never felt the experience I have, the striking style I have, and the ground game. So I'm excited to go out there and test myself.
Something about being out of the blue-collar city of Milwaukee, training there in the dog days of winter too, with Coach Duke Rufus and that team.
Yeah, man, this was a great camp. You know, this is a winter camp for me. Winter camps are usually harder because you're not outside running and stuff. But man, I shut everybody out. I did my own meals this camp. I cooked. I think my fiance made me 1 meal for this whole training camp. No nutritionist, like on my own. I have a nutritionist that's telling me what to eat, but I made it about myself. Self-motivated, everything. So I'm excited, man.
And your brother Sergio, he's got a new MMA promotion, man. What was that process like for you and the family?
Oh, it was amazing. You know, my little bro, like my dad died when I was 16. So like I took him under my wing, you know, since he was 10 years old. He was 10 when my dad died. So you know, he came, followed me in the UFC. We've had our fights together, and to go see him be able to make his own name in a new place, it's awesome. And you know, for him, he's a prize fighter, and for him is who's paying the best prize, and he had to make a decision.
Now, you're someone who's fought successfully in this promotion at 3 different weights. You've done the featherweight, you've done the lightweight, you've done the welterweight. Conor McGregor, he's also someone who's doing the 3 different weight classes. What's some of the advantages and disadvantages he's going to be having Saturday evening against Cowboy Cerrone?
Well, I think he took a year off, so I think his body's probably naturally a little heavier, or he made that decision for a reason. So Cowboy just fought at 55, so I think it's a real fight now. You know, it's not a weight cut, and then let's see who can do better after we cut weight. You know, they're fighting a real fight. I'm excited to see how Cowboy shows up. I think Cowboy, this is his chance. He's been around for a long time, and fighting a guy like Conor, I know he's feeling the pressure.
Who's got the advantage at 170 pounds, though?
Skill-wise, I'd say Cerrone has the better full package. As far as the first round, I think Conor, if he catches him with that left hand, we saw what happened with the Gaethje. You know, Cowboy does stand straight up, so we have to see what happens in that fight as far as his approach. Is he going to try doing a takedown in the first round? Is he going to fight him different than he fought southpaws before? Because when I fought Cowboy, I chose to fight him southpaw for a reason, and now he's fighting a natural southpaw. So we'll see how that plays out.
How does the future Macie Barber look in this upcoming camp?
Man, me and Maycee had actually a first training camp together, so I wasn't really familiar with her. I knew who she was, but we didn't have the moments of like knowing who she really was. And this training camp, she showed me how hungry she is. You know, she wants the information. That's what I love. Like, she's doing the training sessions, she's putting her body through hell, but then she's asking the questions: why are we doing it this way? What should I be eating? What should I be drinking? And man, it's cool to see again. You know, a young lady like her that's so driven. And I have a daughter, so it's like amazing for her to look up to her eventually. So it's awesome.
We're in a new decade. What are some of your short-term goals coming up here?
This year, I just want to make this fighting about me. You know, this camp, I was so motivated to just perform. Like, I'm not thinking about who's the next big name. How do I get to a title shot? I mean, I'm just fighting. You know, and they offered me a guy like Ferreira, and I had a decision. Like, hey, do I want to fight a guy who's an up-and-comer? Not up-and-comer, but right there in 5-fight win streak, and he knows what beating me does for him. And I know he's busting his ass back home training for that. So I feel like I want that challenge. I want them guys that want it. I want it. Like, Vegas has me as an underdog. I love it. Love it.
And you're comfortable with 155 pounds, or would you go for a bigger name at a higher weight, lower weight, or what is it at for you at this point of your career?
Well, I wanted to go to 55 because I gave myself about 14 months of not cutting weight, you know, so naturally my body started becoming lighter. Like, after I fought Max Holloway, I ballooned up to 200 pounds. Never in my life have I been that big. I think something that I don't even know about was happening in my body, you know, going on that dehydrating myself that bad. So I went to 70, and I'm probably walking like 78, 180 pounds max right now because I'm not killing myself to do these weight cuts. So I feel like I was ready to make a 155-pound weight cut, and I was right. You know, I showed up 6 pounds overweight right now, and I'm probably not going to have a weight cut, so I'm feeling great.
The Schmo can't picture a 200-pound Anthony Pettis very slow on the fly fishing.
I was in like I forget, like Honduras or something, or one of them vacay spots, and I was so fat that they were like, "Are you Anthony Pettis?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's me. Look at my tattoo." But we're back now.
Back down. Final message for the Showtime fans out there worldwide heading into UFC 246.
Oh, this weekend I'm coming. Like I always do, coming to put on a show.
He's the pro, I'm the schmo. We're out.